The first thing I'd like you to do is I want to introduce you to Harvey. This is Harvey right here. This is my little Honda Rabbit. Okay, I use the little Honda Rabbit Harvey for 3 reasons. Number one, he doesn't eat anything. He works very, very cheap, and he's very, very good. It's the first thing I want to show you how to do is how to hold the wheel properly and how to make a perfect left turn. Now, when you want to hold the wheel properly, you'll place your left hand about 10 o'clock, a little higher, that's about 9:30. You'll feel kind of that little bump on the wheel there, a little bit higher than that. Okay, good. That's 10 o'clock. Now put your right hand at 2 o'clock. Now, this is going to feel weird, but it's better to put your thumb and finger like that rather than grasping the wheel or having them down. Now you're set up to make good driving straight. When you're driving straight, if the road curves to the right, you grab onto the wheel like this and pull down with your right hand and let your left hand kind of ride up as a counterweight. So as we're going to the right, pull on the right hand with the wheel. Pull the wheel down. And okay, now that's as far as you would go. Now when you want to, let's say the road curves left, you'd want to, okay, we got to watch these thumbs. That's all right. I use the mother method of teaching, which simply means I'll give you instructions, and once I've given you the instructions, I'll nag you until you do it right. That's why I call it the mother method of instruction. Moms do that, and it works. My mom did it. Okay, now, let's say we're curving a little bit to the left. Pull down on the left hand. That's enough. Now bring it back. Okay, so while we're driving along, you want to get used to this 10 and 2 position. By the way, the examiners look at the 10 and 2 position, and if you don't drive with your hands at 10 and 2, they'll take off a point. You're allowed 15 points to pass, but why not learn to drive it correctly? Because it will give you more control of your car, and you won't lose a point. Now, what I want to do is I want to show you how to make a perfect left turn. Start with your hand at 10 and 2. And the first move you make, I'm going to kind of put it imaginary. Don't do it until we get the full explanation. You grab the wheel with your right hand, and you take this hand off and move this hand over to 9. Just like that. That's step 1. Then take this hand and grab with the 2 fingers right at the top of the wheel like this. Bring this over to 10 and put this back to 2. If you've done it perfect, Harvey, my little pet rabbit, will be exactly upside down. Let's go ahead and try that now. 1. Nope, way too much. 2. Keep going. You're good. 3. Is Harvey upside down? And are your thumbs on the outside? Yes. That's a perfect left turn. Now what I want to show you how to do is do a perfect right turn. Let's not get ahead of me. When you want to do a perfect right turn, the first thing you have to do is angle to the right. Bring this hand down to about here with the wheel. Good. You always got to bring the car over to the curb. Then starting with this hand, go 1, grab right here, 2, 3. Now you notice the wheel is correct and your thumbs are screwing you up. Okay? Now, here is the secret of success of being a really good driver. You can sit out in front of your house or a parking lot, any dead-end street like this, and you can practice this. In fact, you could actually practice this since you're not moving. If you were in a store or supermarket where it wasn't public street, you could actually practice this without your parents even being in the car. It's not illegal to practice as long as the car is not moving, but you do have behind the wheel time. And if your parents say practice this while I go grocery shopping, and they give you instruction, do not move the car, just practice your steering, you are under parent supervision. A lot of people don't realize that, but this would count for behind the wheel training. Okay, now that we've got that, I'm going to straighten up the wheel, and what I want you to do is practice your turns, do 5 each. Start with 10 and 2. Now, When you go left, you lead off with the right hand. Practice making a left turn. Try to make sure that your wheel is upside down when you're done. Go ahead. Keep going. That's a perfect left turn. That's what your hands do when you turn perfectly. Now let's a perfect right turn. A little angle to the right, that's enough. Now which hand leads off? No, the other one, the left hand. And go 1, 2, 3. Perfect. We got to work on these thumbs. They really want to grab. Now let's do 4 more left and 4 more right. Go back to the right. There's 1, 2. Go ahead. Back again. 3. Back again. Thumb. 4. Oop, too much. And 1 more. Good. This is called hand-over-hand steering. It's the correct way to turn your wheel and maintain maximum control of your car. Now, when you've gotten to the point where you can do perfect lefts and perfect rights, then we need to practice making a sharp left and a sharp right turn. Now, let's ask ourselves, where would we turn like this? Answer is on any residential street like this street here. Now the next question is, when would we have to turn sharp? And the answer to that question is in a parking lot, such as Stater Brothers. Or one of the big parking lots you have to have developed the skill is to get in and out of any DMV parking lot, because they're very sharp turns. So let's go and learn how to make a sharp left turn. Don't tell me we've got this big truck. Well, that's his problem. I'm here. We're in the shade. This is where I want to be. Okay, let me show you how to make a sharp left turn. Do a regular left turn. Now do another regular left turn. Notice you turn the full circle, and that's a sharp left turn. So you can practice your left turns and your right turns and just kind of get out and do them until your arms go automatically where they want to go. Now let's do a sharp right turn. Let me say something about a sharp right turn. In a parking lot, if you're in a narrow parking lot and you angle, you're going to wipe out the parked cars. So you don't angle. If you're on the street, you have to go from the middle of the street over to the right turn, over to the curb. That's why we angle. So when you do a sharp right turn, just go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And that's a sharp right. But now all of your steering moves will be either a regular turn or a sharp turn, or there's a third type of turn called a wide turn. When would you use a wide turn? I'm going to let you guess this one.
When you're going around something, maybe?
Kind of.
When you're driving out of an intersection?
That is correct. Anytime you're turning on a wide street, you would use a wide turn. A wide turn always confuses people, so we're going to do this real slow. Take your first hand, your right hand, and bring it over to here. That's it. Now, take your left hand and put it right there. Right there. Put your right hand right here. Notice we only turned a little more than a quarter. That makes it wide. Now let's say we want to do a wide right turn. Start with this hand and bring it over to here. No, with the wheel. No, this toward me, with the wheel. And then you're done. Now put this hand here and put this hand back here. You always want to end up at 10 and 2.